Mm. Tell us about air. How do you present it? How do you sell it compared to other Vino Verdes? What is special for you with air?
Well, the hair, it's a Vinho Verde we made since 2008. It's when we start the project in the Vinho Verde. It's from two parcels renting parcels location. Always yes,
Rentals. Yep.
yes, rentals. And one is as mainly Loureiro grape variety and a bit of Arinto, and it's very close to the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean. And the other one, the main variety, it's Avesso, and it's a bit more interior, also in the Vinho Verde, but a bit more interior and close to the Douro already, the Douro River, but still in Vinho Verde region, because Vinho Verde region, it's the biggest wine region in Portugal. Starts in Minho River, in the border with Spain, with Galicia, but it's going south of the Douro. And we have these two parcels, and we pick the grapes. We do the fermentation in one tank. It's natural fermentation. We don't have any yeasts at all. The only technology we use is to control temperature, because this is important to have a more gentle fermentation. It's totally dry wine now, because in the past we did some experience with not so dry, with some residual sugar, but this 2021 it's totally dry. And after the fermentation, the wine aged for 1 year, more than 1 year in tank with the finalies. And when we bottled, we didn't filter it because the wine was more than 1 year in the tank. It cleans naturally, and we didn't filter. We bottle it.
A lot of wines in this region, Vinho Verde region, a lot of wines was bottling in the December after the harvest.
Yes, yes.
And our wine is a
2021. It was bottled in 23, beginning of 23.
More or less 1 year, 1 year or 2 years in a tank.
This gives a kind of more texture on the wine, and I think the wine is also has more longevity, can age for more years in the bottle. And also other important thing is that we don't have any gas. A lot of producers in the Vinho Verde, they add gas when they bottle, and we don't do this. CO2. We don't do this. It's no gas.
Normally, the people have the bad idea that the Vinho Verde is wine to drink very
young and very
in the summer, only in the summer, in the beach, in fall. But we find a different kind of Vinho Verde, with a little more structure and a more potential evolution in bottle.
Yes.
This kind of wines have a very, very good potential evolution in bottle. We have some wines, the 2010, for example, with
2011.
14 years in bottle.
They are still very good, very complex.
The evolution is very similar to the Riesling. Yes. Not the same grape, not the same different land, but the evolution is very similar. Because they have a lot of acidity.
We always talk about lily padding between ideas and techniques in the book between our producers, and we're having a similar conversation to our Muscadet producer in that same way, where a lot of it is drunk very fresh and young, and that's great, but the texture and complexity and the time can be extended with these aging.
Yes, cool. Yes.
one of the things on that, guys, that I think I like a lot is, to your point, or at least a little bit what I hear you saying, Alex, the Vino Verde from San Antonio is interesting because it doesn't have the bubbles, so it doesn't immediately feel like the same thing, but it has brightness and it's fresh and it's something that you can propose in the situation if somebody's looking for Vino Verde. That's it's not that, it's sort of like, it's a very different type of wine, but it still checks that box mostly. I would say the one thing with that, with the CO2 is there, and then there's just the texture is very different than many things.
You know, I always think about the CO2 as almost getting in the way, and it's a way of giving a liveliness to a wine that otherwise might be sort of lacking. But in this case, I feel like this is applicable in almost all cases of a young, example of Vino Verde. But then we just have more application here, especially into a meal. More you can pair
Yes,
with
yes,
future dishes,
yes.
and yeah.